Have you ever been to a meeting where at the end nobody wrote down a single sentence and nobody was accountable for any of the follow-up actions? I have, and it drove me nuts. In this video I'll show you 3 key reasons why and how I use Notion to manage my business. Whether you're a one-man show or a $1 million business, it all comes down to one thing: managing tasks. How do we as a business or a team or an individual get from point A to point B as quickly and painless as possible? But maybe you're like, but we use Office 365. Yeah, even then, keep watching. So the 3 key reasons are structure, collaboration, and scalability. If you want to prevent that meeting note example, you need to provide your team with some kind of structure. And that structure needs to add enough value when collaborating in it. But it also needs to be scalable when you grow your team from 2 to 5 to 10 to 50 people. In Notion, you can create your own structure that's almost like a piece of software. And Notion has made it possible to share these pre-made structures as templates. So you can use a piece of software that someone else has created, tested, and improved. You can use it as is, but you can also adapt it to fit your own specific needs. While I can't show you my personal team space for privacy reasons, I'll show you our Business Task Manager template as a demonstration. And if you want to try out this template after the video, it's free, as is starting with Notion, so I'll put the link in the description. In Notion, everything is based on 3 elements. Pages for organizing, like the pages of this main menu. Blocks as flexible building units, like text, pages, callouts, files, links. And a special type of block called a database. A database contains records, like tasks, as structured information. These databases can be placed and edited anywhere in your workspace. But you don't place the actual database, you place a view of a database. This basically means you show the structured information in the database in a preset way. In those views, you can hide or show properties, filter and sort the records in a specific way. The possibilities are endless. But any record you add, change or remove in a view is actually changed in the original database. So it instantly propagates to all other views in real time. Actually, if we go back to this homepage, we have at least 7 different views of the task database. This health chart is a view of the task database, and this priority chart is too. If you go down a bit, we see more views for deliverables, tasks, and meeting notes. Even if we click into a deliverable, in that page body we see linked views of the task database, now filtered based on its relation with this deliverable. If you go to someone's personal page, we also see views of the task database, but now filtered based on the person who is responsible for that task. So we basically create this whole system of pages, blocks, and database views. Now, how do we actually collaborate in this? In any team, it's crucial to work from a shared understanding of the structure. You need clear communication through meetings to align deliverables and have accountability for tasks. As a business owner, it's always important to lead by example. But some documentation won't hurt. Let's create a basic example together and see how we go. So I've got Kelly and Rick from marketing helping me out on this. We've created this awesome Business Task Manager and created a video on how we actually use this in our company. As a team leader, I'll create a deliverable. And of course we'll sprinkle some AI, or as I like to call it, artificial inspiration into it. All you have to do is press spacebar. Let's use this prompt. Give me a smart definition of done and the first 3 steps. This looks pretty good as a starting point for our meeting. So I'll create a meeting note section. And create a started meeting for today with Rick and Kelly. The meeting starts and we discuss the definition of done, and we divide the first 3 tasks. We create those tasks on the spot and we agree on who will do what and when the tasks need to be finished. At the end of the meeting, we agree to set up a new meeting after the due dates for the tasks. Now, Kelly, the busy bee as she is, goes straight into her personal page and finishes the task. As I'm following the progress during that week, I can see tasks being finished. So in the next meeting, we see that the tasks are finished, we discuss what needs to happen next, and we add more tasks. And basically, this is repeated until the deliverable is finished. Of course, this is a very basic example, but it does touch the essence of how you can set up collaboration in Notion. You can also put your knowledge base in a database and have specific parts be available when you need it. You can also build recurring workflows like employee management, supplier management, server management, or asset management, complete with onboarding and offboarding checklists. And there's a lot of optimizations you can do. For example, you can create a button that creates as many tasks, subtasks, meetings as you want in one click. I've dedicated a complete video on that. I'll also put the link for that in the description. Now, you might be thinking, for our scale, these views aren't enough. We have a few teams and they each have a fair amount of deliverables. Well, that brings me to my last reason, scalability. One of the biggest challenges for growing teams is keeping things organized as you add more people and projects. With this template, it's easy to scale. For example, you can create separate dashboards for each team. All you have to do is copy all the views in this entire page, paste that into a new page, and add the filters to show just the tasks for that department. Now, of course, there are some small tweaks you need to do here and there on the buttons, for example, but all in all, it's a half-hour job. But maybe you're thinking, this still isn't enough for me. I would like to have separate databases for my teams. And that could be a valid point. At a certain point, you might not want your HR tasks to be inside a central database anymore. But that's no problem for this system. You can just duplicate this template for each team, complete with separate databases and custom views, and then create one management space where all metrics come together. Like in this example I created, this also took me an hour to put together, and a lot of that time was just waiting for the templates to duplicate. So this flexibility allows your system to grow with your business, ensuring that no matter how big your team gets, everyone stays on the same page. So that's how I use Notion in my business. So whether you're looking for more structure, better collaboration, or a system that can scale with your team, Notion definitely has you covered. As said before, you can download the free template using the link in the description. If you find this video helpful, hit like and subscribe for more videos like this. And let me know in the comments, what is your biggest challenge in managing tasks? I'd love to hear from you. Right, see you in the next one.